I read chapters 18 and 19 of The Legal Environment of Business. From chapter 18, there was a lot of things that actually caught my eye, right, especially a bunch of rules, laws, and different types of agencies that are out there. What I learned from that chapter was administrative law, which is a rule that directly or indirectly affects an administrative agency. There's also procedural rule, which is a rule that governs the international process of an administrative agency. There's also substantive rule. It's a rule that creates, defines, or regulates the legal rights of administrative agencies and the parties they regulate. An administrative agency is any body that is created by the legislative branch to carry out specific duties. An independent agency is an agency whose appointed heads and members serve for a fixed term and cannot be removed by the President, except for reasons defined by Congress. An executive administrative agency is an agency located within a department of the executive branch of government. Heads and appointed members serve at the pleasure of the President. The Administrative Procedural Act is a law that establishes the standards and procedures that federal administrative agencies must follow in the rulemaking and adjunctive functions. A consent order is an agreement by a business to stop an activity that an administrative agency alleged to be unlawful and to accept the remedy the agency imposed. No admission of guilt is technically necessary when filling out this order. An administrative law judge is a judge selected on the basis of a merit exam who is assigned to a specific administrative agency. In Chapter 19, what I mostly got out of it were a bunch of laws and acts that caught my eye. There's the worker compensation laws. They are laws that provide financial compensation to cover employees or their dependents when employees are injured on the job. This basically means that these laws will help somebody if they ever get injured at work and the injury is very major to the point where they actually can't return to their job for a while. The Family and Medical Leave Act is a law designed to guarantee that workers feel a medical catastrophe or certain family responsibilities will be able to take needed. This basically means that families would have as a absence for a family. A big case in this would be for women, especially when they are going to be giving birth to a child, as they would technically would need time off to take care of the baby, as well as be on a maternity leave to get ready to prepare for the baby, as well as take care of it and nurture it before going back to a job. Aside from women, this can also apply to men, especially those who will become foster parents, especially if they are on their own. Especially if a man is on their own and wants to adopt a kid so they can have time to get to know them. There's also the Occupational Safety and Health Act. It's a regulatory act designed to provide a workplace free from recognized hazards that are likely to cause death or serious harm to employees. So this basically means that this place would take care of ways that would stop injuries from happening in the workplace and cause people to be put out of work for a while. And then there's the Occupational Safety and Health Administration. It is an agency responsible under the OSH Act for setting and enforcing standards for occupational health and safety. Basically, this agency is basically taking care of stuff under the OSHA and making sure that things can remain safe more than they were. Basically, from learning about these two chapters, it learned me a lot more about some pretty important laws, especially to how safety and health are very important to it, as well as the laws that can be important to families out there. It also helped expand my mind a lot about acts that exist. They actually helped. Laws that exist is to understand exactly how agencies within the law force have worked. They actually never knew once about laws that are actually in charge of agencies. I always kind of thought it was the other way around for laws to be created for agencies. It also helped me realize that people in the justice system have a much bigger role. It can actually help expand my mind when it comes to if I ever get the chance to work for an agency or even helping out a lot more in the workplace.